G'day everyone, back once again for another Ford Ranger video. So today I'm going to be installing a budget catch can setup on my 2014 Ford Ranger. So as you can see, there's already a catch can set up here, but this is just something that I hacked in one afternoon just as sort of a temporary catch can setup, and it's been working quite effectively. But I want to make something a little bit more permanent, as this one here has just sort of been sitting around and flopping around and not really fixed to anywhere. So I came across this catch can installation kit on eBay, and it's by a company called SAS. It was about, there's the part number there. So this was about, I think the retail for about $119. I picked it up with a discount code for $95, and it is specific to the Ford Ranger. So this is something that I'm going to be test fitting on here and see how good it is. The catch can that I'm using is just another item that I picked up off eBay. This was, I think, somewhere around 30 bucks, 40 bucks. So all up, the catch can and that, I'm in for maybe about $130, which is pretty good considering the other catch cans, like the ProVent one and the other fancy ones, are about $300-400 bucks. But really, this is pretty much just all you need for a catch can setup. I remember back in the day, on some of the cars that we had, we just used to run a Coke bottle at the end of your sort of vent pipe, which is this one here. And that essentially did the trick. So you don't need anything fancy. Something like this, 30 bucks, does the trick without any problems. This one works quite effectively the way it is. The only reason why I'm changing it up is because I want to tidy up this engine bay, and having this just flapping around is something that I don't really want to have here. One other thing I forgot to mention is I actually went out and bought a new pipe for that vents out of the tappet cover and goes back into the intake here, because my one's hacked up. I hacked it up obviously to install this, but I've got a brand new one here, which I'm going to be using a section out of. This is the part number if you want it, 1913987. So here is the kit broken down in all its form. You've got this mounting bracket. Now I believe this mounts somewhere down there like that. That's a pretty good spot to put it. It's sort of out of the way of everything and quite easy to access if you need to get your hand down there and access it. It also comes with, where is it? It's got a metal bit, this here. So essentially what that does, it intercepts this pipe here, and you got these hoses here that run around the back to the catch can and then sort of come back here and then go down to your intake. And this is a bit of a diagram of how it actually works. And as I mentioned earlier, this is specifically for the PX Ford Ranger, this kit. So first up, I'm just going to be removing this catch can that I have installed here already. Now I only fitted this catch can specifically because this is our high mileage Ranger. It's got 360,000 Ks on it. And essentially what it was doing, it was, because it's got a bit of blow-by on it and that, what it was doing, it was pumping the oil back through the intake, and it was actually leaking out of the intake manifold through the seals there. So once I fitted this, that all pretty much stopped, and it's been leak-free ever since. Now, this is my honest opinion, but you don't really need a catch can if you got a car that's got less than 300,000 Ks on it. If you got more than 300,000 Ks, well then it's probably a good idea to fit one, because you might be having this problem that I had. But anything under 300,000 Ks, I probably wouldn't bother fitting a catch can. So if you got a factory Ford Ranger, this pipe here would normally just be joined up like that, and all you do is cut it like that. You basically stick this in there like that, which I'm going to be doing, and run the pipes down the back there. But obviously I'm going to replace this whole section here because, like I said, I've already cut it up and it looks pretty ugly. So I'm going to be sticking a new section in here and joining it up with this existing section, and then intercepting this metal part in there like that, and then running the piping down to the catch can. So here we have the fittings for the kit. This is obviously for this main pipe that runs and intercepts the main breather. You don't have to do these up super tight as they've got rubber seals on them, so you don't want to break them. And then for some reason we've got 3 of these, which I don't think we'll need 3 of them, but I guess they put in a spare, and these just thread into here. And that is how it gets intercepted. Okay, so I figured out what this third one's for, and that is essentially for, I don't know if you can see it. So you put the big one on this side, you put the 3 small ones here, as the pipe, the intake pipe or the breather pipe actually gets smaller as it goes along. So hopefully if you can see here, that will now go in like, I've still got to cut this one here, but that'll go in there once I cut it, and obviously that will then join up and go into there like that once I cut that to size. Okay, so I've got my other pipe cut now. Just going to do a bit of a test fit. And that is essentially it. That's how it's going to sit there. Obviously I've still got to put the hose clamps on and that, but you get the drift. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, how's the catch can going to sit there and stop moving around or keep it firmly there so it doesn't flop around? Well, the good thing is that this catch can that I already had here is the perfect size for here, which I'll show you how it's going to work. So essentially, there's a rubber seal here. This comes up like that through there. You get your catch can, tighten it up like so, and essentially that is how the catch can is mounted. So it's easy to access. If you need to sort of get the oil out of it, all you do is stick your hand in there, undo it like so, tip it out. It has got a rubber seal there, which I hope will seal the actual catch can and stop any sort of vapor from coming through, but I've yet to find that out. I may have to put another seal up the top. I don't know yet. I'll have to road test it and find out. As you can see, the bracket mounts down here. There is a factory bolt already there. I mean, not a factory bolt, a factory nut. What do you call it? Nut that's in the chassis that's already there. The kit comes with the bolt and lock nut, and a washer rather. And essentially all you do is you just bolt the bracket down there, which I'm about to do now. It's a little bit hard to see, but I'll do that now and I'll get the camera in there so you can see exactly how it looks. So as you can see, I've got the catch can bracket now mounted up. There's only one bolt that holds it in place, but in saying that, that is pretty sturdy and it's not going to move anywhere. So it is pretty solid. You can buy a catch can separately for this kit, but I think the whole kit's about 260 bucks. So obviously I done it a cheaper way because I already had this catch can there and it just happened to be the correct size for this bracket. So that's why I'm doing it this way. But if you wanted to buy the whole kit, which comes with a SAS catch can, you can, but you just got to spend more. But this way that I'm doing, I believe that actually looks better than the catch can that it comes with, but you know, you can be the judge of that. So now it's just a matter of routing the pipe work down the back of the motor. I'm hoping I don't have to remove the engine cover for this, but I probably will have to. Let's see how it goes. So I've got my pipes routed from the catch can along the back there, but I clearly didn't read the instructions because it actually tells you where to cut the pipe so you don't make a mistake, which is right there. And as you can see, it should be sort of cut there, but I've cut it there. But luckily enough, I've still got a piece of hose that's long enough to reach there, so it's not a total stuff up. But just make sure you read the instructions before you do it. Don't just rush into it like I did, because you'll cut it in the wrong spot. All right, so here is the final product. I finally got everything installed now, and it actually looks quite good. I'm pretty happy with how it all turned out, considering the stuff up that I did earlier with that. I still managed to loop it around and everything still managed to work as it should. Still got the engine cover on and everything like that. And if we come back over this side, we can see that the catch can is all mounted up here, and all the pipe work and everything like that fits perfectly. This is pretty sturdy in there, doesn't move around too much, and all you have to do to drain it is stick your hand in there, undo it, oops, wrong way, and as you can see, it's quite easy to access. There's not too much sort of drama getting your hand in there or anything like that to empty it. It's just a matter of unscrewing it like you do an oil filter, which hopefully I can show you very soon, and out it comes like that. So very easy to access, and I'm quite happy with how it all turned out. So that being said, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you think that it was good. Give it a dislike if you think that it wasn't. And I'll see you guys on the next video.